ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Roundtable. My name is Robert Bannon. Thank you. Look at this. Tonight's show is sponsored by Diet Coke because I'm obsessed. Thank you, husband. Thank you, everybody. Happy Halloween. Yes. Thank you all. It is my birthday. Happy Halloween birthday to me, Robert. Hello to all the Roundtablers. Time to celebrate. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Alessandra. Happy Halloween and happy birthday. I appreciate you all being here. Happy Halloween, and thank you for being and celebrating here with me. You could be anywhere. You could be trick-or-treating. You could be scaring children. You can be literally at the Party City getting things on clearance for next Halloween, but you chose to be here, and we have Kathryn Erbe, star of Law & Order, joining us tonight, and I'm super excited to have you all here. I got a lot to say and a lot to talk to you about. The Big 4-1, and what a year it has been this year. Last year's 40th birthday show, Robbie Roselle hosted. Darius flew 24 hours to come see me. We had our first, hi David, thank you for being here. We had our first celebration together in a while for birthdays, and then we went to Thanksgiving and we went to Christmas, and he came to Christmas here, and then we got engaged on New Year's Eve, and then we made the plan to get a house and to buy a house here and to get a job here and to plan our wedding here. We did it all. It's been a wild year. 40 was something. You know, they say life begins at 40. Thank you, Alyssa. Happy birthday, Wayne Robert. I love that's crazy. So we are celebrating, and I appreciate you here. So I want a low-key roundtable show, because last year we had surprises. Adrian was reaching out to, I don't know, the person who delivered me and everyone. So I wanted it to be super low-key this year. There's the man right there. Hi, thank you, babes. And we'll talk about him because he threw me a birthday party. And hi, Aunt Fran. Thank you. I'll see you, Aunt Fran, this weekend. Hi, moms. My mom was, see? Yeah, that's who they reached out to last year. Everybody. The OBGYN was there. He said, yeah, I remember, Robert. He came out like this. So it's okay, Latte. You didn't miss much. I don't know why it didn't show up, but I was talking about you because Latte sent me a birthday present. And I went to the post office, and I went there today, and it wasn't there. So it's going to be, we're going to figure it out. And I know Darius has got to open it with me. I'm scared. I don't know what it is. She said it's a big box. Oh, goodness. So I want you to, I'm so grateful you're here, and I love and appreciate you all. It's time for the hot take, birthday edition. Are you ready?
It's smoking.
So do you have advice? Most of the people that watch this show are of my age and ilk, an age and a stage of life. So do you have advice for the life of, what is the advice for your 40s? What do you think? Does life begin at 40? Is it true that in your 40s you become more fearless and honest than ever? Tell me. What do you tell me if you're in your 40s, or if you're not in your 40s, get out of my show. So let me know, what's the advice of being in your 40s? And I'm grateful because beginning the next chapter of life is where it's at. I'm ready for it. It sure is going to begin this year. My life has just begun. Let's talk about the weekend. It was a good week. It was a really, really great week. Shout out to the hubs. It is time for the week in review. Where is it? So thanks, Christine. We sure are. We're celebrating my birthday, Halloween, and art right here on the round table. And it was really a fun weekend. Last weekend, when we left you on this show, Darius was on the show last Thursday for the first time ever, which was so much fun. I wanted him to come on today, but he just walked in the door not too long ago. Shout out to Darius. He posted this morning. He says, it's official. It's my darling's birthday. So for all the irritation, heartache, and not heartache, scratch that. So for all the irritation, headaches, and heartburn you give me, you're my rock, my heart, and sometimes my laughter partner. What a year. It's been a wonderful blessing to share this journey with you. Here's to many more birthdays ahead. I said to him, I need receipts because I have never given a headache, heartburn, or what else? Never. Usually, I'm just in the corner, knitting, sipping on soup quietly, meditating, And then for 1 hour a week, I come out of the corner and I just come right here in this, I get all of it out here. And then I'm like a monk. I love you, babe. Thank you so much. You are my laughing partner and life partner and the best. He did so much fun. We had so much fun. Hi Catrice, happy Halloween. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. We laugh a lot, we love a lot, and we are silly and goofy, and he's the perfect partner. He's the perfect lifetime plus one, as he called it. He always so much love. So he threw me a party, everyone, and he surprised me, and I really did not have a clue. I heard Catrice, who's watching, say, I'm going to see you both tomorrow, but I didn't know. And then I got weirded out because Darius doesn't like paper plates. And when we went to the dollar store and he bought paper plates, I was like, maybe it's for tomorrow. Maybe we're going to have pizza. We have Sunday dinner here. I didn't think he was going to throw a party. Take a peek at the moment when I found out.
He's laughing. I will kill him. I'm gonna kill him. He said he was gonna
Hi.
I'm gonna kill him.
Happy birthday, love.
Look at that smile, Mom. Look at that smile right there. I love it. Look at that smile.
He got me, and we had a good old party. We partied it up.
Detroit birthday! Your first Detroit birthday! Here's the hubby!
Darius music.
Here's the hubby!
So I handed Auntie Maureen my own coat for her to put it away, like I was at her house. She said to me, I don't live here. This is your house. I was so out of it. I was just living my life. It was fun. Here we are that night. It was the sweetest thing. It was so beautiful. He's such a good man to me. And here we all are, Tita and Joyce and Dia and my sister Renee and the boys Jordan and Jamel and Deidre and Catrice and Auntie Maureen and Jordan and John. We had a good old time. And there's the husband right there. And it was a pizza party like I asked for. I said I want to get our family and friends together in Detroit and have a pizza party. And they got different pizzas. And there's my cup with the Diet Coke in it to celebrate. So shout out to the family out here, my Detroit family. Shout out to Mama Lewis, who just gave me this beautiful red knit sweater that's gorgeous, that will come in handy in a Detroit winter. Really, really grateful for that. Really, really grateful for the love and support I've had here, and really grateful. You all made me feel so at home. It was really sweet. It was the sweetest thing ever. It makes me tear up. And then I'm going home this weekend. So for my mom and my dad and my brother and Christina, my sister-in-law, and my friends, I'll be home Friday night to Sunday. So next week, I'll tell you all about my first trip home since August. So I haven't been home in 2 months. So I'll be home to see the family and the friends. So I'll tell you all about the birthday celebration continues. I leave work. I'll go to the airport, hop on a plane, be in Newark at 8 o'clock, see the friends on Saturday, see the family on Sunday, hop on a plane and get to work for Monday morning. I'll be here Sunday night. So yeah, super fun. If you're just joining us, make sure you tell me advice for our 40s. What is your advice for the 40s? I love that you're this weekend going home to see family and friends. Yeah, I'll be home this weekend. I'll be home for Thanksgiving, and then I'll be home for Christmas and Christmas concerts, which we're getting to. We're not there yet. So what else happened? Here's my baby girl. That's my stepdoggy, Duder. There she is, all the most spoiled baby in the world. And then we'll talk more about what we did for my birthday dinner when we talk about our Detroit moment. But Darius took me out last night to a gorgeous restaurant called La Dolce Vita. I'll tell you what we ate, and I'll tell you all about it when we have our Detroit moment. But here we are by the piano in the room. Gorgeous decorated gorgeous restaurant, gorgeous man, gorgeous restaurant, gorgeous time. It was a great week. It was a very, very special week. So first Detroit birthday, and it was a surprise. Yep, there's little Precious Diamond, spoiled rotten the princess. Let's talk about, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot, folks. We have a lot to talk about in the shameless plug. Are you ready? I think you are. Let's do it. Where is it? Did I do everything I was supposed to do? I think so.
'Cause I'm shameless.
Thank you, Abby Thompson, who's here. Happy Halloween and birthday. Thank you. I appreciate you. Happy Thursday. I love you. Twitter, X, or whatever you call it. Abby runs it, and thank you for that. So if you've been watching the show, you know that we are available every single day over on the Broadway World. Thank you to everybody who tuned in last week. It was our most watched episode of anything we have ever done on this show, which was the Playing with Fire JC Chazé episode. We did over 35,000 views on Instagram, 35,000 views on Broadway World. We did almost 100,000 views altogether. And I got this really sweet tweet. I was so not used to getting compliments like this that I had to show it to Darius. And I said, is this a compliment? Someone said theater, there's such a notable difference between the theater interviewers and the pop culture ones. Thank you, Roundtable, for this incredibly thoughtful and informative interview with JC about their new concept album, Playing with Fire, and being so enthusiastic. So thank you, Miss Basel. And thank you so much for Abby, who sent it to me, because Abby runs the X page over in the UK and has done that for a long time. This week, we have one of the stars of Our Town. Our Town is playing right now on Broadway, and she tells us what it's like to take a classic story and put it on stage 8 shows a week, so you can check it out on Broadway World tomorrow afternoon. Always, always, always. Christine says hi to Abby and Mama Rose and Lattes and everyone. She said that notification made her so happy. It made me so happy. People are watching. I was telling you all on Instagram that the guests are coming on saying they've seen other shows, and that's so weird for me because, you know, I'm just little old Robert here in my little spare room in Detroit, and so grateful to spend time with you also. Thank you for the love and the sharing that people did of that episode in particular. So yeah, we have Broadway Podcast Network as well. The Broadway Podcast Network is always going on every day. There's an episode. I've been uploading them on the weekends when Darius is at work. And there's one every single day all the way till Christmas, except we're taking a break for Thanksgiving of 2 days or 3 days or something. But every day we're just interviewing my life away. I'm always interviewing somebody in my classroom after school, lunch, in my house, always. And then when I can't be somewhere because I'm in Detroit, we've been sending Adrian. Adrian was just at the Swept Away Meet the Cast and Creative. She did another fundraiser. She's been doing a lot of red carpets for me in New York. So shout out to A for all that she's done. And she's been interviewing some big stars like Paul Rudd and Ben Stiller. And since Election Day is around the corner, check a peek, which you can listen to on YouTube or listen to on the Broadway Podcast Network. You could follow me while we're here at Robert M. Bannon, or go to BroadwayPodcastNetwork.com. And here's Adrian and Ben Stiller talking about the importance of women this election.
It's an honor to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm so glad to see a lovely gentleman like yourself here tonight. Why is it important for you to be here with your daughter?
Well, supporting my daughter's right to have control over her own body is a very important thing. It's more important than ever to fight for this and to have women's voices out there and representation in a way that's long overdue.
I did see you on the Kamala call, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, look, I look at it in a positive way that I think we are in the people get out there and vote. It's incredibly important to vote in this election. I think so many things are on the ballot, including democracy and women's rights. And I choose to look at it optimistically that it's going to be a historic election and we're going to have our first female president.
How great is that? Look at people are sending me messages continuously. So I was just checking. So, and I'm very grateful for them. So don't mind me. How great is she doing? Good job, A. Superstar. Out there on the red carpet, fearlessly interviewing A-list superstars. So we're proud of her. Yes. What's the big news? Well, I'm going to tell you. Here is the late breaking news, everyone. Last year, we blew Chelsea's Table and Stage, the roof right off the joint. We had such a good time with a big epic show. Kevin Smith Kirkwood, Paige Davis, Robbie Roselle. Santa Claus came drunk, high, and smelly. And it was wonderful. It was exactly the mess that you would think a Robert Bannon Christmas special would be. So what would I do without another Robert Bannon Christmas special? Well, we can't have that, can we? So come on, one and all. And I'll be talking about this all the way till December 7th, Saturday, December 7th at 7 o'clock. A delight from start to finish is what Broadway World said. And I wasn't working for them yet, so it wasn't on purpose. They really meant it. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I have no idea who's going to play piano because Yaz is busy. I don't know who the guests are going to be. I don't know anything, but we're going to put together a darn good old tootin' rootin' tootin' shootin' show. And I'm really hope that you'll come and see it. I'm scared that no one's going to come, but I think we'll be okay. And I know some of you, and here it was. I thought it was because of me. It's always because of you, babe. Always. Everything is because of you. I mean it. That's a fact. I don't even know what I said, but it's because of you. So if you're going to be in the area, I just updated robertbannon.com and put the link up there so you can see it and get tickets. You can go to robertbannon.com and I'm going to talk about it for the next month. So if you can save the date, come on down Saturday night at 7:00 in New York City at Chelsea Table and Stage. We'll hang out. We'll have fun. We'll have special guests. It might just be me and a piano. We're keeping it low key and fun and simple. So I'm excited. And Fran, there's no excuse why you can't be there. Mom, there's no excuse why you can't be there. Everyone, Lattes is bringing her son. There's no excuse you can't be there. Alyssa, come on down. Now, Christine is recovering and we love Christine. And we know Christine may not be able to be here. But Alyssa says her clan will be there. Yes. Does Lattes have her tickets? Is she bringing her son? Yes. Are we going to sing classics? Yes. Are we going to have fun? Yes. Will it be good? Who cares? We'll be together. And I will hug you, and maybe we'll have another smelly drunk Santa, or maybe Darius will dress up like Santa, but he will not be drunk or high or smelly. He'll be very tall and skinny. So who knows what's going to happen? Lots of excitement and fun things. Will Darius be there? I think so. So hold on to your hats and come on down to the show December 7th. And if you're not in the New York area, if you're in the Florida area, I will be going to Florida. I will be January 9th and 10th at the Hard Rock in Seminole, Florida, doing my big gay Italian wedding. Before I have my own big gay Italian wedding, my big gay Italian wedding comes to Florida's Hard Rock, the actual casino hotel that looks like a guitar, on the 9th and 10th. Tickets are soon to be on sale, and we're going to have a blast, and it's going to be the perfect escape out of the cold in January. That's also information all over at robertbannon.com. You think I'm going to slow down just because I'm 41? Good night, sir. And if you love Christmas music, you can get in the swing of things. My Christmas single, Don't Save It All for Christmas Day, which came out last year, is out and streaming. So my music is out and streaming. And I was thinking of some of my favorite Christmas albums coming this year. So I figured we would talk about it. Do you mind? Okay, let's do it.
I'll be there for you. How you doing?
I wrote this show and I had ideas of what I was going to talk about. And then I forgot them. I hit the wrong button. Well, my hey friend, hey is you. My hey friend, hey is each and every single one of you. It's my fiance. It's my mom. It's my aunt. It's my friends. It's my roundtable that have become friends and family that we spend more time with each other than I do some of my extended family. It's my grandma. It's my brother. It's my sister-in-law. It's my in-laws. It's my everybody. It's my New Jersey oldest friends, and it's my Detroit newest partners in fun in life. It's everybody. I want to say thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the love and support of the show. Thank you for letting me into your home. Thank you for sharing this show with your friends. It does not go unnoticed. It does not go unappreciated. It is the joy of my life to be in your home or on your phone or on your television every single week. And I know that many people try to do this. Many people put on a podcast or a talk show or do YouTube, and people don't come out and people don't support or people don't listen, and you guys show up for me, which means you're just as nuts as I am. And from the bottom of my heart, my 41 years have been an adventure. They have been filled with love. I am a very, very lucky, lucky man. I have so many beautiful things in my life, and many of you watching right now are the reason for that. And from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. So my hey friend, hey, is to each and every one of you. I love you. Thank you. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else for my birthday than right here with you. And not in the club. I'm old. But right here with each and every one of you. And I hope to celebrate with you throughout the year. Latte said, am I familiar with Baby Reindeer? Yes, I was obsessed. I watched it and I loved it. And it scared me. tremendously. It's creepy and scary and holy cannoli. And I've had some scary people out there in my life who have done weird, crazy things, like the lady who sent me dead rats, pictures of dead rats to my mom's house. So yeah, if you're watching it, it's a wild ride. Check it out. It's good. Let's talk about my Detroit moment. Yeah, let's talk about Detroit.
You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. What up, though?
So ever since I came to Detroit for the very first time, when me and Darius went on our very, very first date and took a walk around the city, we had passed on Woodward, an Italian restaurant that has beautiful lights. And then when I came here the next time, we passed this Italian restaurant on Woodward that has beautiful lights in a courtyard. And then when I moved here, we would pass this beautiful Italian restaurant that had beautiful lights on Woodward. And I've always been saying, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. So yesterday, Darius said, we're going to celebrate your birthday. But this restaurant gets packed. People wait for a reservation. So yesterday, Darius said he's coming home from work, get ready, jump in the car, and we're going out. And he took me to La Dolce Vita on Woodward, the beautiful restaurant with the beautiful lights. And I want to shout out to everybody that took care of us. Carlos, Carlos Carter was our waiter, who was fantastic and funny and great. And he used to be the guy who dances at the sugar factory when you buy an ice cream sundae and sings happy birthday. And now he's classed it up. And Darius, look at the way they decorate this place. It has mums and pumpkins galore, gourds up to the ceiling, just this beautiful courtyard with all this beautiful foliage, and it's beautiful inside and out. And Italian food, being from Italian and from New Jersey, scares me, but the calamari, we say galamad, but the calamari was delicious. I had a risotto with truffles and mushrooms in a Parmesan shell. Darius said it looked like a clam going to the bathroom, but it did not, everyone. It was delicious. He had chicken parm in a pink sauce. So good. We had tiramisu with amaretto for the Dolce Vita. You are doing something right over there. They renovated the place. It's gorgeous. So if you're a Detroit person, if you want brunch on Sunday, or looking for a fancy night out, or a great place to take somebody on a date or a birthday or an anniversary, then La Dolce Vita right there on Woodward is the place to go. Thank you, babe, for a really special birthday dinner. I love the surprise parties and I love being here together, but there's nothing better than sitting down with the man you love and just being able to hold his hand and eat a piece of chicken. That's what life's about. It's true. You know, my mother loves a piece of chicken. Sometimes she goes to Popeyes and buys one piece. And I say to her, Rose, buy the meal. You're not going to gain that much weight. Just eat the whole thing. Fries and all. I used to do a monologue called When Life Hands You Lemons. You got to make, remember that? Did anyone know that? Does anyone ever see that on my YouTube channel? When life hands you lemons, you got to make lemonade. Well, Mom, when life hands you a piece of chicken, just eat the chicken and go to the gym another day. So shout out to La Dolce Vita. There were no calories counted that day. And thank you, love, for everything you did. See, she says she loves Popeyes. Just get 2 pieces. It's all right. Thank you. Goodness gracious. Boy, you can't take it with you when you're gone, Rose. Now it's time for my favorite things. This show's a mess.
You get a car! You get a car! You get a car! You get a car!
Well, it's my favorite things, and my favorite things that we've been starting to do is talk about Christmas music. So I wanted to run down some. Tomorrow is the official defrosting of Mariah. Did you see her? Take a peek at this. I loved this. Darius sent it to me. It's so good.
No. It's not your season yet, Mariah. What? It's voting season.
Okay.
Now, I need to know, have you registered?
Yes, I have registered.
Did you make a plan?
I made a plan.
Have
I
you
executed it.
Yes! That's amazing, because it's my season before it's her season. Yeah. So now all we need is you.
I hope you made a plan, and I hope you're ready to vote. I'm so ready for all of the ads to go away after Tuesday. You have one more weekend to go through it, but I've already voted. Many of you have been early voters, and many of you have already done mail-in ballots. Be prepared to wait online on Tuesday, and remember that if polling closes at 7 or 8 o'clock, wherever you are, and you are already online, you legally have the right to vote. So stay online. Do not let them close the polls on you, and know your rights. You do not have to show ID to vote if you're in the book. You do have the opportunity to vote provisionally. If they will not let you in the machine, do not leave until you have a provisional ballot. There are many states where people are out here trying to suppress votes. Do not let them suppress your votes. Know your rights. You can always call the Secretary of State of Elections within the city. That offices will be open 24 hours on election day. All you got to do is Google it for the election office nearest you, and you can file a complaint, or you can even vote provisionally there. But every single polling place has, I was a Democratic committee man and a challenger for many years. Every polling place has a provisional ballot. So if they don't let you in because you're not in the book, find out your polling place. They mail it to you. You can look it up also online. Make sure you vote. Vote like your life depends on it, because it does, everybody. So that's that. But Christmas music, totally random. Christmas music this year, I wanted to just say that, yes, Kelly Clarkson's got a new Christmas album coming out, which I know will be played here. Darius is a Kelly Nista. When Christmas Comes Around Again is on its way out. J Hud has an album called The Gift of Love. Jennifer Hudson, I listened to it. It's interesting. There's big swings. There's big notes, big moments. Her voice is, of course, gorgeous. Her album is out. Breaking news, Clay Aiken, Christmas bells are ringing. His new Christmas album is coming out, and he will be here on the Roundtable at the end of November. Holy cannoli. Come on, Claymates. Clay Aiken will be here, so that's exciting. Ruben Studdard's album comes out tomorrow. It's called My Favorite Things, and the rumor is he's coming on the Roundtable as well, so maybe Ruben and Clay will both be here. I've been obsessed with this new album by Anthony Evans. He's a gospel singer. He was on The Voice. His album is good. His arrangements are fire. His chorus is fire. And I'm really excited that Anthony's going to be here. You may have known him. He was a finalist on The Voice. And he'll be here to talk about his Christmas album. Also here to talk about their Christmas album, Jessica Vosk has a Christmas album called Slay. Yes, girl. You may know her from Wicked. You may know her from, she's going to be in Hell's Kitchen on Broadway, doing playing Alicia Keys' mother. She's a big old Broadway superstar. She'll be here to talk about Slay. She's a trip and a half. She says she brings the Jersey sass when she's with me. She was the first guest ever on Quarantine Cabaret and Cocktails, which now became the Roundtable. So I love Vosky, and I'm excited that she'll be here. And then our friend Kalen Allen's Christmas album comes out tomorrow called Christmas Memories. He's got some originals, he's got some covers, and we love Kalen to pieces. He's making his Broadway debut in Elf, so we are excited. So if you're ready for Christmas season, Mariah's defrosting. After you vote, defrost your Christmas albums. You could stream my single and everyone else's albums as we head into the holidays. So fa la 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 and ho ho ho. Next week on the Roundtable, Jane Monheit is here with Michael Longoria. Jane Monheit and me have a duet on my album, Unfinished Business. She's a jazz superstar who sold millions of records. She tours around the world, and she has a beautiful brand new album that I can't wait to talk to her about. And Michael Longoria, speaking of Christmas albums, he's holding his Christmas album, Merry Christmas, Darling. We listen to it a lot. Marry Me This Christmas is on me and Darius's playlist. And he was in Jersey Boys on Broadway, and he has a Christmas album that I love. So he'll be here next week with Jane Monheit to talk about his show at 54 Below and Jane's new album. So a good show next week. So hold on to your horses. Hey. Darius says, eat it, mom, which sounds like what my students say to each other, like, eat it. Your mom can eat it, but that's in a different way. Yes, Christine, so many fabulous guests lined up. Clay, Ruben, Jane, Michael, and because we're messy, talk about a messy, messy show. Drag superstar Lux Noir London, who's starring in Drag the Musical, who was a runner-up on RuPaul's Drag Race, superstar drag queen, will be here in 2 weeks. And the Grinch and a queen, a drag Grinch. This Grinch is a drag. Maybe that's what it should be called. Fun show. The Grinch, Lux Noir London, Clay Aiken, Ruben Studdard. What a mess. This show is a flat-out disastrous mess. It's interesting. We are interesting. Yes! This drag's a Grinch. This Grinch is a drag. We're going to figure it out. 2 weeks. I'm grateful for you all being here. Thank you so much for being here for my birthday show. I didn't know what we were going to do. We've had so many people who wanted to be on, and one of my favorite people is Kathryn Erbe. Kathryn was on the red carpet for an event we did with the Vineyard Gala. And she's such a class act. And when you see her, you're like, oh my God, you're on TV right now everywhere because you did 200 episodes of Law and Order. We know you. We know you. We know you. See, my sister knows. She's here for it. We love a little Grinch, a little drag, a little jazz singer. Mess. Ruben stuttered. Throw him in there for fun. So we are going to do a really special interview with Kathryn. We definitely talk about Law and Order. We definitely talk about Darius's mom, who loves Law and Order. We have a good, grand old time. She's a sweetheart. Do you remember the movie What About Bob with Bill Murray? She was the daughter in that. She was in that movie. That was her first movie. Oh my gosh, my 40s. First, before I go, what happened in my 40s? Well, some people said, Alessandra said maybe next year I'll get an Afghan and life begins at 40, which is good. And who else told me a little bit about being 40? You all didn't want to give me advice? Christine says, gratitude, enjoy life, spread joy, live life to the fullest as you do. Family and close friends mean everything. Listen to your body, self-care, rest, travel when you can. I'm ready to travel everywhere. I'm learning to take rest. I've rested more the past 2 months than ever. I can fall asleep on my big chair next to Darius, and you could have a million people in the world, but if you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 close people in your life, then you're really blessed. And I think a smaller circle is the way to go. Trust family and friends that mean everything to you, and live life to the fullest. Amen. I want to eat this world like an apple, Christine. I am ready to just enjoy every damn second of every day. I am so grateful for the wild ride that it is. And thank you all for being on it with me. So are you ready for a little Law and Order? She's got a new show out, and I really love her. I really love her. Kathryn Eribe makes her Roundtable debut right now. Take a peek when she gets here, which should be soon. It's loading. Okay. Well, this is what we do. Sometimes it's loading. I hope it comes. Something's going to happen. They're having trouble sharing. Okay. Well, you know what we do here. We are at the mercy of the internet. But we'll get her here because she's here. It's loading. All right. Oh, you did the hot take? You did? Hold on. Let me see. I did the hot take. Do lattes. Ooh. Let's find it. We also are going to download this again because we're not doing this mess. We're going to fix this show. Thank God that we're so professional here. While I'm downloading this again, we're going to make sure that we find Latte's hot take. All right, let's see. This won't take long, everybody. Thank you for bearing with me. Latte said, life begins at 65. Yes, girl. Life begins at any age. It's never too late. You got to just enjoy this world. Yes. I know you're living your best life, Lattes. I'm here for that. That's great. That's great. I loved it. Here's Kathryn Eribe, everybody.
So last year I was at the Vineyard Gala and I was with my cousin Adrian and we were doing red carpet events. And then from across the room, our next guest was there. And I went over to Shane, who's with Press Room NYC, who does Shane does the PR for Vineyard. And I was like, can you get Kathryn to come over? Because you don't understand. I have a mother-in-law in Detroit who is the biggest Law and Order fan in the world. And anytime I see someone from Law and Order, I'm trying to get that brownie points with my in-laws. So if I can be cool with the Law and Order actors, then I get points. But then I found out that Kathryn is going to be here doing live theater, like her roots, doing an important play, something that you need to see that's out right now. So we're so excited to have Kathryn back on the show, but inside the Roundtable, everybody. Welcome back.
Yay, I'm so happy to be here. What an introduction.
I've learned so much about you from that night because you are such an advocate for art and you use your name and your notoriety and your experience to make change for art in New York and around the world, really.
Thank you for saying that. That's the best thing about having had that Law and Order job. I can use that. I can leverage it for causes and whatever. Yeah.
And I'm sure when you walk around, people recognize you from the show, and I'm sure that no matter where you go, the show is playing somewhere in the world.
And we're speaking lots of different languages. Yes.
Yes. So what makes you come back to wanting to do theater?
You know, I have such a love-hate relationship with plays. Every time I do one, almost every single time I've done one, I've been like, "Ugh, why am I doing this again?" Because it is so hard and it is not easy. It's just hard work. I'm gone every night. You know, my kids have grown up with me doing it, and this is the first time my kids are they basically don't need me anymore. We sadly no longer have dogs,
Yeah.
and I have a partner who is so supportive of my work, and I feel a freedom now that I haven't maybe ever experienced in my career since maybe almost 40 years ago when I started, before I was married. And you know, it's extraordinary. But all that to say, this play is what really called me back. It's such an important topic. So many people struggle with addiction or have loved ones that struggle with addiction. And I identify both as like a mom and also as the youth, as the kid in this, because I also had rough teenage years till I found my feet. So it's it really feels like an act of service. And as soon as we read through it with our new cast members, because Julian was involved in the reading, and so was our director, Alice, that raised the money. People were so enthusiastic about it, that reading, but we replaced two of the cast members. Tamara was also in the reading, and Javier Molina and Riley Watson they've just expanded the story in a way that is extremely meaningful to me. And they're both beautiful actors, and for my character to have such a strong counterpart in this struggle has made all the difference. And it honestly feels like a gift every single day that I go to work. So
I'm floored by that. Firstly, I love where you guys are. We're talking about the play is called Ashes and Ink, everybody, and it's playing, and it's a limited run, so you got to get your tickets. And it's in the most beautiful theater, because you when you go to this theater, firstly you can get a ticket. You can't get a ticket for the price you're going to pay in New York City as you can at this theater.
no, and with the discount, which is Sparrow 35, they're only $35.
You could use a discount. We're going to put that right here. Sparrow
Please.
35. You can get a ticket for $35, and you get to see this. You get to see this cast and this story. The AMT theater, there's not a bad seat in the house. It's as intimate as it can possibly be. So when you get up there, you have the audience in your face. You have them literally 6 feet away from you. And when I read about what this is, you're a widow with a son who's going through it. You're trying to navigate your life. It is a very, very emotional and deep story. So how do you stay in the moment with the lights and with the audience? You have to be very connected throughout this play. You're telling a deep story.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's very hard, I think, as an actor. It's why you need a really good director to tell you what is necessary, because it's easy when you read a script and it says she breaks down, she sobs, 10 times in one evening. It's very easy to feel like that is necessary, and it isn't always. And so Alice has been extraordinary, because a lot of the time I am very open to it emotionally, and I've been kind of shocked by how deeply I connect with it, and how readily available the emotion is. But sometimes it just isn't in the same way. And for her to be able to say, no, it doesn't matter. You don't have to cry there.
What a gift for an actor to really feel it. And then you get to really give the performance that is the most authentic.
Yeah.
When you're a mother, and
Mm-hmm.
just reading the press release makes me think of my mom and makes me get a little
Mm-hmm.
boohoo emotional, because the press release talks about the role of a mother and the mother worrying about a son and the mother trying to get over her own grief and trying to move on. How do you leave the mother off the stage, or do they kind of do you bring some of your own experience of life to the stage?
Yeah, you can't, they don't, it all blends. Especially when you do a play, I think you're walking around as a mix of both your character and yourself. It's just impossible. Your body doesn't know that you're faking it, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Oof, everybody, you got to go see this show, everyone. You better run and get a ticket. Like we said, you're no stranger. You made your Broadway debut in The Grapes of Wrath. And you have your own Tony nomination for The Speed of Darkness, and you've done a bunch of plays. When you transitioned to television and film, is it a big, I know you can self-tape, because you don't get Law and Order without being the king of the self-tape.
No, that was that was a long time ago now, Robert. That was 2001.
Oh, that's
2001,
years
and I
ago.
may have gotten it in 2000. Because we had finished shooting 13 episodes. We started, I think, in January of 2001. So I was probably cast in December or November. And when September 11th happened and the World Trade Center was attacked by terrorists, we were in the middle of planning all three Law and Orders were going to be part of a mini-series, a 3-part mini-series about terrorists attacking New York City, which got shut down and never was filmed. Yeah. So that's how long ago. I am not the queen of self-tapes or king of self-tapes or anything of self-tapes. I have only gotten one job, maybe two, from self-tapes since this whole self-tape business started. I am the kind of actor that needs to be in the room. I cannot get jobs just in a vacuum. I need a director. I need someone to joke with to dispel my nervousness. I need feedback and input, and the way it is now, you'll get 1 or 2 scenes of a character with zero description, have to sign an NDA. You don't get any information about a role or a story or what the heck is going on, and you just put yourself on tape. It's like not what I am in. That's why I want to be at the AMT theater with these actors this close to the audience, because it's a communal act.
It makes total sense to me. I've gotten sides and I'm like, I don't know anything about what they're looking for. But when you got this show, when you talk about Ashes and Ink, which is what we're talking about today, were you able to read the whole script? Did you see?
I've been involved with this for 9 years. My ex-husband, Terry Kinney, is friends with Martha. And she asked, I don't know whether he suggested me or she asked if he would put us in touch, but she sent me the script 9 years ago, and we worked on it in many different workshops in different places. EST was a part of it. And Alice and Martha are involved in the producers and directors workshop at the Actors Studio. And so that's how they know Javier. And so it's been like, I didn't have to audition for this, and I feel more respected and valued and encouraged, sanctioned than any job maybe I've ever had. I have to say, working with women is really, it works for me.
I hear that. I hear that 100%. 100%. Well, people get your tickets while we're talking about it, and the engagement, and Alice and Martha, both of them being involved in this whole like women super group that's out there together. What's it like when you sit at the table and you first to get through the eyes of an actor and to finally get it on its feet and finally see the words off the page. What's the process like? What was it like for this show in particular to get it on its feet?
Well, so this is her first play. So a lot had to be stripped away to get to the real nitty gritty of it. And I learned, sorry, my cat is shredding our rug. Hate that I'm a cat person. We're dog people. We only have 3 cats left. Sorry, I digress. I learned a lot because Alice is really, she's a really incredible director with just, she has an enormous amount of experience. She started as an actor and she works with writers, and she was teaching as we were going along and talking about not writing subtext, letting the actors act and not having to put it into the words. So she stripped away so much that wasn't needed and really streamlined it in a way that was glorious to see. And Martha was so willing to, as they say, what do they call it? Killing your babies.
Yes.
She had to kill a lot of her babies for this.
And did it for I'm sure the greater good of the piece and really to tell the story in the best way it can. Everyone, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. I want you to get your tickets while we're talking about it. So now that it's up, now that you've had it in front of an audience, now that you've been able to do this show, it must be such a relief that it's in your body, or you get to go out there and do it.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's so scary when you don't really have it in your body. And this play, we're moving the sets. I have 3 costume changes, and the emotion of the play overtakes me to the point where I'm really not sure where I'm supposed to be going. And the rest of the cast honestly has to point me in the right direction. And even last night I went to change my wardrobe. I'm like, Nanny, I'm supposed to be changing now, right? Because one show I just didn't change into my 3rd costume, and it was too late. And I looked down, I'm like, oh my God, I'm still wearing these clothes. I felt like I had dementia or something.
Oh, that's emotion. That's the connection you have to the character for real. I'm excited for people to see it. I'm really moved by the story. I think it's relevant. Who do you want to see the show? Who is the show for?
This show is for people, families and people who, I mean, it's for anyone. There are people who are coming to see it who are so moved by it, who don't have addiction in their families, but so many people do. And our hope is that it's a happy ending, or at least it's heading in a happier ending and in a happier direction for them. And I just would say we're having a talk back tonight with an addiction specialist, and we have a woman who is being a liaison to the community, the recovery community, to try to bring in families and so they can see this, because I think it's just essential for us to see our stories reflected back at us and have an opportunity to feel and come together and talk about this stuff that there's so much shame around, and shame is just the worst effing thing.
Worst.
It's the worst. I wish I had my magic wand, and my dragons have been lost in the supply chain somehow, but when they arrive, I will be abolishing shame. It just is just the worst. It keeps people silent and isolated, and it's deadly. And I have found that for myself. And I just love that we can come together and just share this story and maybe ignite some conversations, and maybe some, because there's help. There's help out there.
There's help. I want everyone to use the code Sparrow35 as a discount code. You could get tickets for only $35. You can't even go to the movies for $35.
I know. And we're right there, and we all hang out afterwards. We're outside, the doors are open.
She's so sweet. She's take a selfie and take a have a
Yes.
moment. And
Cookies next door,
come on,
schmackeries, right?
Kathryn,
What
do you
more?
know I didn't I'm embarrassed to say this to you, but I wouldn't be able to get out of here without saying this. I was today years old when I realized that this was you. And I
Today
years old. Dr. Leo Marvin, I'm a sailor, I sail. That is, I mean, a classic for us, for me and my family growing up.
I love that.
You have such a huge film career as well, and you were young. You were a baby.
I was 25. I started in all the jobs I got in the beginning were playing
Kids.
teenagers. The first job I got that wasn't a soap opera, my friend, now one of my closest friends, this movie Runaway Dreams, I auditioned, and the part they wanted to cast me in the lead role, and I wouldn't do it because of the subject matter, but they cast me as her little younger sister, and I was cast as an 11-year-old. They changed it to 13 in post. My character was smothered by a horrible man, and it was, oh my god, this movie never came out in the States, but that's how I looked really young. It was in the 80s, and yeah, in the 80s, early 90s, and back then, portrayal of young teenage people was just different. It wasn't as sexualized and as it is now. And there was a period where I just didn't work until I became a woman and people could see me as a woman. So
and then you worked
yeah.
100 and something episodes and all of the Broadway and all of the work that you did. I alluded to, we're going to let you go. You just got a show to do, everybody. But we alluded to earlier, my mother-in-law, Miss Lewis, out here in Detroit. Her family is from Detroit. Your mom is from Detroit.
My mom and her family came to Detroit when my mom was 7.
See?
And they lived in Rosewood Court or something like that.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still there. My grandpa died many years ago, so we haven't been there in a long time.
Well,
but
I can tell you,
Sister Pie.
Sister Pie. We're going to look up Sister Pie, and we're going to go there and tell them you said hi. And see,
Please.
Miss Lewis, Law and Order is playing in her house all the time.
Please give her my love and tell her thank you. And I'd love to talk anytime.
Oh,
you wanted, we could do a special episode.
She watches the show and knows about him. When I first met her, she had asked me about my show, and she said, "Do you ever talk to people from Law and Order and Blue Blood?" She loves the New York City procedural shows. So one of the first things I did for her was I drove out to Queens and I took a picture of the Blue Bloods house. So I said to her, "Look, but now I brought you. So come on,
come on.
There we go. I'm gonna see her in dun, and that's it."
Yes.
Thank you so much for spending time. I look forward to being back in New York and seeing you on stage again real soon.
Please. And let's talk again soon, Robert.
Anytime.
This was such a pleasure. God bless you that you're a teacher. Bless you.
Well, God bless you for
That's what I would be if
telling
I could.
story. You are a teacher of humanity to all of us. And you are out here using your voice to save theaters like the Vineyard off Broadway and being on the board and doing what you do with your notoriety and with your name. And we need that more than ever. So thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
There you have it. I love her. She's a good person. She's a really good actor. And I really hope you'll enjoy it. And she is right. It's right by Schmackery's Cookies, which is good. And speaking of what she's talking about, so she's talking about this Sister Pies in Detroit, which does exist over on Curvitual, I don't know where that is, Kirchville Street. I don't know. It's on the east side of Detroit, and I don't go over on the east side that much, but maybe I'll have to go take a Sister Pie moment. My sister says, "We love you. No brownie points needed. You're really a freaking ball of sunshine." And we're happy to have you as a part of the... Oh, Patricia was here. Hey, girl. Hey. Hi, friend. Happy birthday. Thank you. Go run. Enjoy. So, yes, we are apart. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Darius is so happy. And he means it. It wasn't facetious because, you know, he's the trickster and he likes to tease, but he's a sweetheart. Mom and Papa G had some amazing boys for sure. What a great family to game. And then my mom says, "You're so sweet, Darius. You have a great family that you show so much love and care for their well-being. Very special qualities from your love." I love our families loving each other. It doesn't always happen. So yes, the East Side. I only support the West Side businesses. It really does, lattes. I can't. I'm so lucky. Listen, everyone. It's my first weekend away from Detroit. I'm so excited to go home, but I'm sad about leaving Darius too because I'm gonna miss him so much. For the years we were long distance, died for the moment that I'd get to be next to him. And now that I'm here, I don't want to leave because I said to my mother, I have to leave my house to go home. Like, this is home. This is my house. This is our home together. And then I'll go home. So it's a weird predicament to be in, but I'm really grateful because I get to be home here and home. And I got to hug my mama. And I got to see my Aunt Fran and my dad and my brother and my sister-in-law who's like 6 months plus pregnant with a little belly and a little baby in there. So I got to go home and give my family some hugs and then send their hugs and love back here to Detroit. And then we'll power through to Thanksgiving. Happy Halloween. Thank you so much for being here. I ate fried chicken and French fries, which is not going to be easy to get off this 41-year-old self. But I'm going to try because we're getting back on the routine of the gym when I come back. Because I haven't been to the gym. Sister, I haven't been to the gym in I've been enjoying my life so much. And sometimes you got to just do that. Rest, eat, sleep, and enjoy. And then we get back on it. So everybody that's here, think there's more good than there is bad. There's more joy than there is sadness. There's more love than there is hate. Make sure, thank you, sister. Enjoy a safe flight. Glad we have the opportunity to celebrate you. Sending our love to the Jersey fam. Oh. Nope, we're not talking about the gym. Christine says, thanks for a wonderful show. All the fun and messy. Have the best time going home, seeing everyone, and continue the celebration. Fab and 41. Hey, thank you, Cat Daddies. Another great interview. Have a great week. Thank you. Listen, everyone, we're going to vote on Tuesday, and by next week's show, when we have Jane Monheit and Michael Longoria here, there'll be a new president of the United States, a president-elect. So be safe. Make sure you vote. Let's all pray for this country. Let's all pray that there's no fighting and there's nothing, craziness in the streets of this country on election day and whatever follows afterwards. And remember, love does conquer hate, everybody. Love does conquer hate. We're not going back, right? The best is yet to come. Thank you so much for being here, and I love you for being here. And I look forward to joining me next week with Jane Monheit, my buddy, and my buddy Michael Longoria. It will be a good, fun old show. Till next time, God bless you, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.